Montana's primary election is less than 40 days away, and the outcome of the Democratic governor's race is anyone's guess. Lieutenant Governor Mike Cooney faces a rigorous challenge from political newcomer Whitney Williams as the impact of the coronavirus is overshadowing the race. MTN's Jay Cohn caught up with both candidates as they gear up for the home stretch.
It's a campaign season like no other. The coronavirus pandemic sending campaigns to the sidelines, forcing candidates to scramble to connect with voters.
So we use Facebook, we do Facebook Live, we do Zoom, other sort of video conferencing technologies, and then just picking up the phone and talking to as many folks as we can.
Who could have possibly envisioned the day when the old tried and true handshake with a voter would be a thing of the past?
I like doing that. I like getting around and traveling around the state, and all that's gone now. And frankly, it's not as fun. It's not as enjoyable, but we just have to adjust.
The new reality of COVID-19 is a game changer for everyone. Williams, though, believes it also brings new opportunities.
There is a sort of a fear factor, but I think there is also an optimism about, what will a moment like this sort of teach us as we go forward? We have a chance to rebuild in the way we want our society to look, right? And so I think that we have real opportunities here to make sure that we're doing everything we can.
One of the jobs of the next governor is going to be bringing us out of the coronavirus economy, and where, and the challenges that it's leaving us. And so I think the next governor is going to have to be very well prepared to pick the ball up and get running with it immediately on day one. And I would argue that puts me in a pretty strong position. Since I've been in this job, I'm working side by side with the governor on this, and there won't be any on-the-job training. I'll be able to just keep working hard.
Montana's response and rebound from the pandemic is the issue of the day, and both Democratic hopefuls believe they are well positioned to win come November.
How can I win in November? Well, I can win because, first of all, I think we're right on the issues. I think that, I have a record of fighting for health care, Medicaid expansion, making sure that, 100,000 Montanans have access to health care. We're fighting to reduce the cost of prescription drugs. We have a plan for that. Whereas the other side has voted to repeal the Affordable Care Act, and they've voted to gut Medicaid. I think there's some real distinctions between it.
At the end of the day, my hope is that people will say, we need a new generation of leadership. We need someone who's tough enough to sort of stand up to what is going to be, unfolding crises ahead. And we need sort of new ideas and new thinking around how we problem solve in government. As my father, Pat Williams, used to say, there's a genius on every block. And I think that's true. I think we've got all the ingenuity to roll up our sleeves and get this state and this economy working again.
So it'll soon be up to voters to decide who's the best person to lead Montana out of the shadow of the pandemic. Those ballots for Montana's first all-mail-in election will be arriving in a mailbox near you in early May. In Billings, Jay Cohn reporting for MTN News.
Whitney Williams has picked Culbertson farmer Buzz Madeline as her running mate for lieutenant governor, while Mike Cooney's pick is Montana House Minority Leader Casey Schreiner of Great Falls.